Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
We are the Dirty Data Dude. Ugh, fuck.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, Dirty Data Indigestion. We're the Dirty Data Dudes. I am Derek Terrell.
I am Billy Bennett.
And we are joined by one of my close friends, Mr. Ben Shoemate.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Bama the Poet.
Yeah.
This motherfucker kills it when it comes to some spoken word poetry. I guess better than interpretive dance poetry. I don't...
That's true. That's true.
Spoken word poetry is a little redundant, I guess. I don't know. Tonight we're talking about Kaijus.
Yeah.
Monsters.
We got some Godzilla we're going to talk about, some King Kong, some Power Rangers.
Yes.
Are the Power Rangers each respectively kaiju?
No, the Power Rangers themselves are not Kaijus.
Okay.
They are Jaeger pilots.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what you're doing there. Okay.
Yeah. It's Kai Jr.
Kai Jr.
But yeah, I mean, it's Kaiju for kids. It's kind of what got me into it.
Yeah.
Like the giant monster battles and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah.
I mean, that was every Power Rangers episode. Like, they fought against the monster thing. The monster thing beat them up. They came back. They beat up the monster thing. And then the monster thing got ginormous, and then they had to, like, summon the powers of He-Man to come together and jump into the 2,000-foot-tall robot and make it blow up.
Yep.
Which was amazing with the guy in the costume.
Oh, yeah. And, like, that was one of the things watching that growing up that got me into caring about the art of cinematography. Because I remember being at my uncle's house, and he had... And it's really funny because this is like widely regarded as one of the worst Godzilla movies ever made. It was Son of Godzilla. Right?
Yeah.
And me being like really young, I watched it and I was like, wow, this is really cool. How did they make that look like that? And my uncle kind of explained to me, it's like it's a guy in a suit and they've created this miniature model of the island and, he fights giant puppets and everything. And I was like, that's so cool that they can make that look like that though.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm tinkering with things that I don't need to be tinkering with.
So we gotta, like I said, we're talking about kaiju, so we have to talk about the original kaiju, the king himself, Godzilla.
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 Oh my god! Like the first Godzilla movie came out in 1954. Like that is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, the first one, Godzilla, 1954. Yeah, right there. I got like a whole list of kaiju movies.
Awesome. Yeah. And it has just the way Godzilla has progressed and grown is so interesting to me because in the original movies, like he was always the bad guy. It was always, we have to stop Godzilla, we have to fight Godzilla, we have to destroy Godzilla.
Yep.
And as time moved on, they sort of changed his role as the plot device in the movie. Like there was movies where he was the savior, movies where he had to like team up with others and literally, not figuratively, drop kick bad guy monsters.
Yep.
Always when these other monsters came in and started encroaching on his fucking territory, he had to stand up and say, "No, I'm gonna smash that goddamn building on Tuesday. Quit fucking around."
I called dibs on that building.
I've already pissed on it with my radioactive urine. They're going to talk on the news and say it was, atomic bomb from America, but no. It's Godzilla piss.
It was Godzilla urine.
But man, like, you look at the motherfucker in this giant rubber suit smashing these cardboard buildings that these people meticulously put together. Like took time to fucking wire these things up with lights and all this shit. And people running down the streets. Godzilla!
Yes. And there's always the one dude directing traffic, like flowing his... Like, I'm serious. Go back and watch like every Godzilla movie. At some point, it shows a guy directing people, like pointing in the direction of Godzilla, like he's there, and then pointing the opposite direction, like go there. Like people need somebody to explain where the away from the giant monster is.
And every time I saw that, he always just seemed so calm. Like, yeah, this is my job. I do this.
This is the third time this week, guys.
He just does this sometimes. He just comes out of the water and causes a lot of property damage.
I think he should do like the giant Titan from Attack on Titan, just peeks up over the wall every now and then, like looks up out of the water.
No.
Made you look.
I made you get your military ready. Yeah. And to see that Godzilla has just evolved from that to what we have to, which, okay, real quick, I have to call out some haters. Everybody who's like, oh, they're creating this monster verse, so they're trying to be just like Marvel. Toho Monsters had a cinematic universe way before Marvel movies had a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the first Godzilla, 1950s.
Right.
I mean, fuck. See, what was after that? There was Godzilla, and we've had Mothra, which was like 80s, right?
Yeah.
We've had
Rodan.
Rodan was 80s.
King Ghidorah.
Yeah, Mechagodzilla. I mean, we've got all these fucking movies that came out in the 80s and older. Way before they even thought about fucking making Marvel movies. I mean, they made the shitty fucking Captain America with his motorcycle helmet. And the fucking Punisher with Dolph Lundgren and all this shit. But I mean...
Yes. Oh, those movies.
It's just...
back when Punisher was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
I just loved in the comics when he punched the polar bear. That was just the best part. That was the best comic that month, was Punisher punches the polar bear.
Wasn't the one like he body slammed a fucking shark or something like that?
There was one like that. Like, he just used to be this super ridiculous character, and he used to get into shenanigans like that. But I mean, like, going from way back when with Godzilla to now, like, we had Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island.
Kong Skull Island was fucking amazing.
It was really good. It was really good. I know there's different people. I liked Godzilla 2014 better than I liked Kong Skull Island, but I still appreciate both of them.
I'm the other way around. Like, Godzilla 2014, it was good. It just had too much build up for me. Yeah.
Well, it was directed by Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, like, but Bryan Cranston, I mean, they picked the perfect guy for it.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what the fuck he's doing. He knows how to build a fucking character.
Yeah.
So I mean, he knows what the fuck he's doing. Yeah. Like, the way that the fucking Godzilla monster looked was amazing. I mean, even though you didn't get much view of him. Yeah. I love when they're walking through the little crumbled passageway or whatever, and you see the fucking tank with Mothra on it and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. You know it's coming. Like, and even like at the end of Kong Skull Island, when we got that little thing where we got to see like the monsters and everything, like you think King Kong is the only king out there, and like they show the cave paintings of Mothra and Rodan and King Ghidorah. Like,
I really need to go back. Like, the time I watched Kong Skull Island, I was exhausted because I'd been up for like 36 hours, and I tried watching it and I fell asleep about halfway through. So I gotta sit down and rewatch that movie.
It's so fucking good. Like, it was just badass.
Oh yeah.
Fucking what do they call the creatures that come up under the ground?
The skull crawlers.
Yeah.
And like, seriously, John C. Reilly was amazing in that movie.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
I didn't know that sentence could come out of my mouth, but John C. Reilly was absolutely phenomenal in that movie.
Was that? I mean, have you seen Gangs of New York?
I don't think I have. No.
He fucking kills in that movie too.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's a fucking serious role. It's not like Step Brothers, John C. Reilly, or any of that shit. It's like a fucking serious role.
That's awesome.
So like, I knew he had it in him, but he still blew me away.
Yeah, it was like, y'all watch Alien Covenant?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen Covenant yet. I've seen the first one. Or was that the first one?
No, that was after Prometheus.
I've seen Prometheus.
Okay,
but I haven't seen Covenant.
Alien Covenant was amazing. Danny McBride was phenomenal in that movie.
I've heard that.
Like, and you don't, like, you see Danny McBride and you're like, Pineapple Express, like James Franco and Seth Rogen are just gonna walk onto the deck, the bridge of the ship, and they're just gonna start. Man, these aliens, right? You know, like,
yeah.
But he kills that role, and it's so cool for me to see that, like, a funny character made into a serious character like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like when you can take an actor and get them out of their fucking typecast, that's where the quality is.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't see that shit. Like, they look at Danny McBride like you said, I'll come all over your fucking place, Dan Franco, or John Franco, whatever the fuck your name is, James Franco.
James Franco, yes.
I'm not a James Franco guy, so fuck him. Your brother's a better actor.
Yeah, we're gonna get an email like tomorrow. Is like, fuck you guys.
No Pineapple Express 2 now, motherfuckers.
Oh, but yeah, like, and I liked a lot of the characters. Let's see here. Samuel L. Jackson did really good for his character. I liked his character a lot. I understood why he felt the way that he felt. Tom Hiddleston's character, the cookie cutter bad mama jamma that knows everything about everything, I hate that typecast character. Like, and it was sad for me to see Tom Hiddleston do that because I love Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
I love him as Loki. I've liked him in just about everything I have seen him in.
Yep.
But for him to be just like a cookie cutter Vin Diesel character kind of hurt my feelings because I knew he was capable of so much more than that.
Oh yeah.
I still love the motherfucker that had the bomb or the grenade or whatever waiting for the fucking monster to come.
Yeah.
He's gonna swallow me and I'm gonna fucking detonate this bomb and blow him up. No, SWAT.
Yeah, but like, how did the monster know? Like, this thing's been on an island secluded for hundreds of years and it sees these strange bipedal things with little rocks and it knows the rocks are made of explodium. How does it do that? Like, how does it rationalize that?
I don't know, if I see one motherfucker just standing up, like, showing how big his dick is, I'm like, no, I'm not fucking with you guys. Go the fuck over there. I'll deal with these other goddamn motherfuckers.
Right. But it was a good movie. It was. And
I just wonder how they're going to get King Kong to America or Japan or wherever the fuck they're doing Godzilla.
well, they're going to do it probably the way they did in the original 70s King Kong versus Godzilla, where they captured him to use him for shampoo commercials.
Yeah, but I mean, this one's a lot goddamn bigger than that one, too, though. You can't just put him on a fucking cargo
you saw
ship.
how luscious his hair was.
Yeah,
like,
he is beautiful.
He's beautiful. Like, so
Maybe it's Maybelline.
it's like, and anybody that watched this, if you have never seen the old Toho King Kong versus Godzilla, you need to treat yourself by watching this movie because it's arguably the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in cinema.
But you have to hate shitty sci-fi for it to work.
Yeah.
Right.
If you do not have a love for, like, a love-hate relationship with shitty sci-fi, then it's not going to fucking work.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to get bored, you're going to turn it off, you're going to walk away, and you're going to be mad at us, and it's going to be Ben's fault.
I take full responsibility. I'll do better next time.
But, yeah. I love it. I love what they're fucking setting up.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get a fucking Mothra.
Oh, dude. And, like, I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to do Mothra, because Mothra was always very mockable in the old movies. I mean, it's a giant moth. Like, what's it going to do? Pollinate you to death?
Mothra, please come back, Mothra.
I just wonder if we're going to get, like, the full cult of Mothra and all that shit. Like,
that would be interesting. I think that would be really cool, honestly.
Oh, definitely.
That would be a good way to build into it.
Mm-hmm. Which I loved watching the old movies that Mothra was in, like Mothra vs. Godzilla and everything. The little larva forms of Mothra that could shoot the string web. I love that Godzilla never had an answer for that. Like, he German suplex King Ghidorah like 30 seconds ago, gets up, baby Mothra shoots him with this, and like the next scene you just see Godzilla rolling around helpless on the ground.
Did you just come on me, bro? Motherfucker came on me.
Like no solution to that problem. No way to deal with the larva shooting the string webbing that trips you up.
Well, imagine a motherfucker shooting a web of jizz at you. What? God damn it! No!
Flee!
I don't want any of that.
It's nasty.
This motherfucker's dropping loads.
But yeah, I'm really curious as to how they're going to explain Mothra, Rodan, and even King Ghidorah, because Rodan was always cool to me because Rodan's basically just a giant flaming pterodactyl.
Yep.
And Mothra and King Ghidorah, it's a little harder to bring them into a movie that you're wanting to take seriously.
Oh yeah.
I mean, King Ghidorah is a giant three-headed dragon.
Yep.
I mean, I can see them making that look fucking badass.
Yeah, I've seen some really cool fan art that really makes it work.
Oh, yeah.
Really makes it work. And I've seen some fan art of Mothra that actually looks really, really good.
I mean, with all the stuff they can do nowadays, they'll be able to make it look killer.
And another important thing is I trust them to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they have earned my trust to the point to where I'm like, okay, it's like Marvel. Marvel, like, if I hear Marvel is doing something, whereas 5 years ago I would have been like, I don't know how that's going to adapt to the big screen. I don't know if that's going to work. Now I'm just kind of like, I'm sure they've got this. Like, I trust them to have this.
Oh, yeah. Like, originally, whenever they cast Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, I was just like,
there you go, Ben.
You know.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
It's a drawing that one of my, Lemmy, we made at Dragon Con.
Oh.
Something he had commissioned by somebody.
Oh,
nice.
That's cool.
That'd be an awesome tattoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, there's I mean, going with the King Kong stuff, like, I have a thing on my Facebook, like my header picture. I think I changed it, but it was Godzilla versus Dragonzord.
Yes.
And I was like, I would fucking watch that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've done the videos with Jason David Frank where he does the, like him battling Scorpion.
Yeah.
And then him battling Ryu.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's fucking badass. Let's fucking take this bigger.
Yeah.
I want to see the fucking Dragonzord versus Godzilla.
Yeah. And, like, one of the questions, and it's so funny because you said that, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, and my first question was, which Godzilla? Because there's so many variations of Godzilla now.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the Legendary Pictures 2014 Godzilla. We've got 2016 Shin Godzilla. We've got this new, I think they call it Earth Godzilla, which is from the Netflix anime-style movie that they did.
Yeah.
Which looks a lot like the old cartoon they did. They came out around Godzilla 2000.
Yeah.
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 I want to see like 80s Godzilla, where he's not like, it's not flapping rubber, but it's more stern. Mm-hmm. I want to see that Godzilla versus the Dragonzord.
Yeah, that was probably. See, I liked the look of Godzilla progressively. Like, I know a lot of people who are hardcore Godzilla fans like Godzilla's look during a specific era of Godzilla film. But me personally, like, I feel like his look has just gotten better. Like, there's certain movies that he just looks like garbage in. Like, the suit, like, maybe they tried to do something new. Like, there's one where it's just awful because it's like, they tried to give him this weird, long, almost like serpentine giraffe-like neck.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And every time the guy takes a step in the suit, like, it just looked like the way the head bobs is just like the most unnatural look. Like, you can tell the dude's on the inside of the suit trying to stabilize this super heavy like head and everything, and it just looks so unnatural. But other than that, like, I love the look of the Godzilla 2000 suit. I thought he looked. It's not my favorite look for him. I thought he looked good in Godzilla Final Wars.
Well, it's like the Godzilla 2000. It wasn't even a suit anymore though. Like, they went straight digital with that shit.
Oh, you're talking about Godzilla 1998.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, the Godzilla's Day Off.
Where he just tirades through New York, and Puff Daddy did a song for it.
Yeah. He did. He did do a song for that movie. But no, I was talking about it because it had, what's the guy's name? The actor's name. Played Ferris Bueller.
Oh, Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick, yeah. Had Matthew Broderick in it. That's why I said Godzilla's Day Off. That movie, like, it just... That's what I call the movie. It's Godzilla's Day Off.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know. It didn't feel like a Godzilla movie to me.
Did he even fight a monster in that movie?
No.
I didn't think so.
He didn't fight anything in that movie. He did in the animated series, which was not even really arguably. It was substantially better than the actual movie.
Yeah.
I loved that Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But he didn't even fight a monster in that movie. It felt like a B monster movie with a very overinflated budget. Yeah. Is what that movie felt like to me watching it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
And then you got Robot Chicken doing a spoof of it where they remake the remake of Godzilla, and they've got like the little baby Godzilla's ice dancing and shit.
Oh. Well, with like Godzilla hype and stuff, back in the early 2000s, there was a trailer released with no information about it at all, and everybody was all fucking hyped about it and shit. We didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
You see everybody out in the streets panicking, fucking video cameras. and you see the head of the Statue of Liberty crash into the street.
Yeah.
You know nothing about it. Just Cloverfield.
Yeah. And that was one of the... Okay, I will say this. And you... Hopefully everybody will agree with me on this. That was the best marketing campaign for a movie at that time since the Blair Witch Project.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I still hold the opinion that the Blair Witch Project has the greatest marketing scheme of all time in movies.
Oh, definitely.
But that's a different conversation. But yeah, Cloverfield's marketing campaign was insane. Because I remember that trailer. I remember like having so many conversations like, what is this movie? What's this experience? What's going on? Like...
Well, it's like me and Tim. Like, you know Tim.
Yeah.
Like, we would go online and, like, Google shit. And we kept going down this fucking rabbit hole.
There were so many conspiracy theories about, like, it's about this. No, it's about this. No, it's about this. Yeah. There were so many of them.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, we wound up getting, like, something to a board game or something.
Uh-huh.
And then thinking, maybe this has something to do with that. And then it was just constant fucking thing. And then you go see the fucking... Like, we went to... the Gadsden Theater, I think it was. But it was me and a few of my buddies, and we got there like for the midnight showing, and they were handing everybody Kodak cameras as they came out, little disposable cameras.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there holding it. I was like waiting for the first time you see that monster, and as soon as he pops up on the screen, I just fucking snap a picture of my face. I'm like, oh goddamn.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And like the first time I saw the movie, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, well, it's not really a monster movie. It's a story that has a monster in it.
Yeah, and that's very important. If you're going to make a movie or a story like that, you need to decide if your monster is going to be a character or a plot device.
Yes.
Because they're different. It's two different writing mechanics. But yeah, you're definitely right. Like, the way the Cloverfield monster functioned in that movie as a plot device was really cool.
It was like in The Covenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. The bear was a plot device. The bear set something in motion. Mm-hmm. That's what people don't see a lot of times. They're like, oh, shitty fucking monster movie. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It was a really good love story.
Right.
They just had a fucking badass monster in it.
Right.
Like, have you seen Cloverfield Lane?
Yes.
Have you watched it yet?
I haven't.
Have you seen the Cloverfield Paradox?
That one I have not seen.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Is it really?
It's so good.
Yeah.
You need to watch it. It's on Netflix. And it had no fucking marketing either.
Yeah, it didn't. It was one of those that just showed up on Netflix.
Yeah,
like, they showed the trailer at the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden, hey, check this movie out.
Yeah.
Like I saw a trailer for it, and I was just like, huh. And then I pulled up Netflix like the next day, and it was there. I was like, huh, what?
Yeah, I was sitting there at home, and it pulled up. Like, I pulled up Netflix.
Uh-huh.
And up at the top, like, you know, it'll show like the new thing. It'll show the trailer for it, and I was watching it and showing shit from Cloverfield. I was like, oh, they had Cloverfield on Netflix.
Yeah. Then
it started showing more stuff. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I fucking took it to full screen to watch the trailer. I was like, when does this come out? And I hit the thing. I was like, play. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm watching this right goddamn now.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like, it had some comedy aspects to it that I could have done without.
Yeah.
But it was such a good goddamn movie.
I mean, even those little comedy aspects, they were just kind of like that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they played their role, and it worked for me.
Like this one, they're in space.
In space.
Stories of outer space.
Oh. But yeah, like I need to watch it because... I don't know, just like the Cloverfield hype versus the Cloverfield movie, in my opinion, it didn't live up to the hype. And that's the problem. When you have a marketing campaign that is that good for your movie, people are going to feel disappointed in a lot of instances.
That's why I like to go back later, after all the fucking hype is gone, nobody's talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
But okay, this actually was a really good fucking movie.
Yeah. And I know I'm going to get voted off the island when I say this. And I ask forgiveness for that. That's how I was the first time I watched Deadpool. Deadpool was so hyped when I went. Like, I knew every joke and the punchline to it before I went and watched that movie. I saw it like a week and a half after it came out.
Yeah.
So I'll go in there and, like, I know every punchline to every joke, and I'm like, this is the most overhyped movie I have seen in a long time. And then I went back and rewatched it after I was like, I'm just going to give it another shot, like, whatever. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it was when I watched Monty Python for the first time. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, this is the best fucking movie ever.
Yeah.
It's the best use of comedy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like...
Yeah. And y'all, like, take this as a warning. If you're hyping up a movie to your friends, don't promise, like, a life-changing experience.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're basically guaranteeing at that point that they're not going to like... That they're not going to like the movie as much as you want them to like the movie.
Yeah. Like, anytime I'm trying to, like, tell somebody about a movie, I always just look at them and be like, I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
And then... they'll go and watch it. They'll be like, I did like that. And I'm like, told you.
Right. All right. So with this monster universe that we've got right now, we've got next year, 2019, we get Godzilla King of the Monsters or Godzilla King of Monsters. I don't know exactly. It's one of those two titles. I forget what they actually settled on. It's either Godzilla King of the Monsters or Godzilla King of Monsters. But it's going to... Have you seen anything about the cast for this movie?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's got Bobby Millie Brown in it.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
The movie is going to center around her family and everything that's going on. Like, her family is basically caught in the city where this is taking place.
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Godzilla King of the
March
Monsters.
22nd, 2019.
I'm so ready for the first trailer.
So wait, we're just under a year away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just under a year. That's awesome. Because they just recently released the first little bit of test footage for it, and the reviews were mostly positive. I don't think they're ever going to be like completely positive. Like, this is not going to be this movie's not going to be nominated for an Oscar, I don't think. Like, this is, but to say that it got good reviews even to a certain extent in early screenings, I take that as a good sign.
I mean, what is a fucking Oscar anymore anyways?
That's a good point.
You know, like, movies that I love don't get Oscars, so fuck them.
Yeah. And, like, lately I have noticed almost a complete inverse relationship between critically acclaimed movies and movies that I like.
Yeah.
Like, a movie will get horrible reviews, I'll watch it and I'll be like, that was actually a pretty enjoyable experience.
Exactly.
And then I watch these other movies that are like, oh, this movie is the greatest performance of so-and-so's career. And I watch it and I'm like, nah, that's not really the greatest.
Like, I've seen better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's hard to do. Like, it's hard to continue the hype of everything.
Oh, yeah. But we've got, let's see here. Who else? You've got it pulled up right there. Who else do we got with our cast? We've got Bobby Millie Brown.
Sally Hawkins. I can't remember what she was in, but Vera Farmiga, which I like her. Bradley just says Whitford.
Bradley Whitford, okay.
Yeah. Go back. Kyle Chandler.
Okay.
Aisha Hines.
Okay.
I think Thomas Middleditch. I don't even remember what. Oh, he was in Wolf of Wall Street, Kings of Summer.
Okay.
A couple other movies. Ziyi Zhang, she's in it. I love her.
Yeah.
Charles Dance.
Yes, that was who it was. I knew there was somebody else that was super interesting that I was like going down through and I was like, I saw a really interesting theory online that Charles Dance is going to play an older version of Tom Hiddleston's character from Kong Skull Island.
Oh,
that would be so cool.
He could pull it off, yeah.
He could.
Definitely.
He could. Like that he's just this old grizzled man now, but he knows that monsters are real and all this starts happening. And he's like the grandfather of Bobby Millie Brown's character or something like that. And he's like, I know how we have to handle this situation, which I don't... That's just kind of one person's theory, but I think that would be super cool to see that brought to life.
I just wonder who the monster is going to be, though. Because they can't just... They're going to continue from Godzilla 2014, right?
Yes.
So,
actually,
let the speculation begin.
It's got a movie poster with it. Let me pull it back up.
They said something about the initial synopsis of this, like that something to do with... Godzilla has to.
I think it's going to be Rodan. See that top picture?
Yeah.
It's got a giant pterodactyl looking thing in it.
Well, it's flipping.
Oh.
Yeah. There was at the end of Kong.
Wow.
Yeah, at the end of Kong Skull Island, you got to see all three of them.
Yeah, the top picture, it's kind of scrolling.
Yeah.
One's got like Rodan, one's got
Ghidorah,
yeah.
King Ghidorah. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what we're going to get as far as the actual plot of this movie. I heard them say in the reviews, though, that this movie is going to be centered more on the monsters more so than Godzilla 2014 was.
Yeah.
Which I'm good with because, don't get me wrong, I loved Godzilla 2014, but like you said, it wasn't a Godzilla movie until the third act.
Yep.
It just wasn't. It was, and that's, don't get me wrong, I enjoy his movies very much, but that's just how Gareth Edwards is as a director. His movies have a very slow, methodical build-up period and a super awesome climax.
Yep.
That's really how Star Wars.
This is a picture linked from the Godzilla King of the Monsters.
All right. Yes, yeah, it's got the picture of Mothra and the cocoon, and two of the little Mothra larva things.
And it's not just the wall paintings either; it's an actual engraving.
It's actual engraved sculpture. Yeah. Oh, dude, this is I'm so excited. Like even just sitting here, I'm super excited for this movie that it's coming out. And then in 2020, we get Godzilla versus King Kong.
I'm so fucking ready.
So I got a question for y'all. We know 5 monsters that are going to be in this MonsterVerse. We know Godzilla, King Kong, Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. What are some other monsters you would like to see brought into these feature-length live-action movies, other than those 5?
I mean, as cheesy as he was, we need Mechagodzilla.
Definitely.
And see, I think they could do Mechagodzilla because at the beginning of the Godzilla movie, what did they find underground? A Godzilla skeleton.
Yeah.
Which was the original architecture for Mechagodzilla. So they theoretically could follow that they just created basically a biomechanical suit to go around a skeleton of Godzilla.
Yeah.
I think that would be super cool.
I want some crossover shit though.
Yeah.
Like,
which they've got to.
One of the other great fucking Japanese exports, Ultraman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love a fucking Ultraman crossover.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
because Ultraman doesn't get enough fucking credit.
He really doesn't.
But like all that great shit came from Japan. Like we mentioned earlier, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Super Sentai and all the fucking spin-offs they've had of it, the actual Japanese version of it.
Yes.
You know, that's the shit that got me, 31 years old. So I was there in like the fucking age of Power Rangers. Yeah. I was 7 when Power Rangers came out. Perfect fucking time for it.
Yeah. But
seeing the fucking Megazord.
Oh yeah. And
then later the fucking Dragon Sword, and fighting all these fucking huge ass monsters. Seeing Goldar in his fucking giant form and shit. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Yes. And like, there's been so much development of, like, when you say the word kaiju, like now, there's just so much that comes to mind as like, and people are just like, technically the colossal titan from Attack on Titan is considered a kaiju.
Yep.
Did y'all ever watch a movie? It was an older movie. It was on Netflix. It was called Troll Hunters.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you were listening to this and you ever get an opportunity to watch that movie, watch that movie.
It's worth it. I've watched it like 3 times.
Golly. And it and the you know what I mean when I say it's the big troll at the end is considered a kaiju.
Yep.
But that was like such a good, and it just slipped under the radar, but it was a really good monster movie.
It was a foreign movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, I think Sweden was where it was made or something like that.
It's either Sweden or Norway. I can't remember exactly which one, but yeah, worth it. Totally worth it.
Definitely worth it. But yeah, we've got everything now is considered to be a kaiju, and we've got Pacific Rim to thank for that.
Well, didn't they say the Pacific Rim was part of that universe now?
Legally it could be, because they're both owned by Legendary Pictures. Like, it's not confirmed that they are, but legally they could do a Jaeger in a Godzilla movie. Or,
but could you imagine like one of the fucking monsters coming up out of the water
Yeah.
And then fucking Godzilla just comes up and fucking snatches the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like he's tired of this shit, and he's just like, look, I'm done. Fuck it.
I'm the fucking king. Goddammit.
Yeah. I loved the monster comp, and that's one thing that I liked so much more about Godzilla 2014 than I did Kong Skull Island. I liked the monster on monster combat of Godzilla more than I liked it in Kong. There was more of it in Kong, but it was just, it was just Kong versus random things. Like he would just rip a tree up out by its roots, and in one stroke of his hand pulls off the branches off of it and just cracks it over one of these things. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it just kind of fell short for me. But watching how Godzilla fought the Mutos was just like, I was like, if there was a way to take the Toho Godzilla and adapt it to CG, this is it.
Yep.
Well, I hated the fucking angles of it though. Like you always see it like down at this angle, like it's fucking porn angles and shit. Like
and
you're getting the balls, and then you're getting like the
super...
fucking aerial view of shit. I'm like, I want to see, fucking pan around the sides of it.
Yeah.
I don't need to see the shit from up top.
Yeah.
He's not flying.
Yeah.
So up top doesn't fucking matter to me.
Yeah. Definitely.
Down from the bottom, he doesn't have little things coming off of him like in Cloverfield.
Yep.
So the bottom doesn't fucking matter. I want to see the fucking sides of it. Pan around the sides. Have it from a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
And something comes out and fucking hits the helicopter or something. Or, whatever.
And the scene, and by the way, spoiler alert, I don't know if we should have done that at the beginning of talking about... If you haven't seen Godzilla yet, you need to go watch Godzilla. Yeah. That's on you. But I loved the scene where it's the first time Godzilla uses atomic breath. Where, like, the dude's down, he, like, pulls out his 9mm like he's gonna bust a cap in this thing, and, like, the thing's closing in on him, and you just hear that low, like Godzilla's charging this weapon,
yes.
And then he just, like, fires it, and, like, I remember being in the theater and just being like, that is exactly how I wanted that to happen.
Yes.
Like,
it's like,
you take more of my money, Legendary Pictures. Make more movies that do this.
Yes.
Like as much as I love like the Pacific Rim stuff, I mean the Jaegers are badass.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Fucking beautiful job on them.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Godzilla fucking rip one of them in half.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, really, they could honestly do that pretty well because with Pacific Rim, it's kind of in like a near future type time. Yeah. So, I mean, all the technology is a lot more advanced, all that, and it could be like when they were trying to nuke a monster or something years ago, it opened up that rift or whatever in the Pacific, and bam, there's the rest of these monsters.
Yeah. And I think that would be cool for some monsters. Like, some of them I just think should be aliens. Like, I know they're trying to stay away from that, but some of them, like, they're just like Space Godzilla.
Yes.
And yes, in case you're listening to this, yes, Space Godzilla is a thing.
Yep.
Like, it's Godzilla in space.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Which is a lot better than Jason in space.
Yes.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Just had to. But yeah, I mean, all those old Godzilla movies, they had so much, like, they had a lot of value as far as cinema goes, and like they were very revolutionary for the time.
Oh yeah, definitely paved the way for some of the stuff we're getting.
Oh yeah, like you were talking about the Megazords and how they shot all of that. That is based off of Toho's design.
Yeah.
Of how to create the giant rubber suit monster. Like, that is all his pioneering.
And with that shit, like, me as a kid, being dumb and shit, I was like, God damn, that's a big fucking monster. How are we gonna do that shit? And I go back and watch it, I'm like, oh, it's camera angles. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a set with models and all that shit. But, like, it was so intriguing as a kid, I didn't fucking take time to think how they fucking did it. It was just, holy shit, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, and they were amazing, yeah.
And then, like, even as a kid, I'm like, fuck, man, that's amazing.
Uh-huh.
And then you look at it and like, oh, wait. It's not that good.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, some things just don't age well.
So I've been going back. I've been binging the original Power Rangers lately.
Yeah.
Like, I'm halfway through the 3rd season now.
Yeah.
And, like, it's all. I mean, they're doing their fucking ninja shit, which I hate. But like the fucking, they got rid of the putties. Now they have the Tengus, and I'm like, I like the Tengus more than the putty.
Yeah.
Because they actually have more character.
Yeah.
Weren't they the bird people?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen those.
Right. The original. Oh, God, I like the original.
They got my niece watching that, and my little 5-year-old niece, and she is absolutely in love with the Power Rangers.
Oh, dude. Like, yeah.
I was like, okay, when she gets older, she's watching like Godzilla and stuff with her Uncle Billy.
It's gonna be.
But that's how it was for me though. Like I watched that shit. I'm like, more giant monsters, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. What other big giant monster things have been going on here lately as far as movies go? How was Colossal?
Loved it.
Really?
Yes.
I still have not watched that.
It was a totally different different big monster movie, like because it wasn't what you were expecting.
Right.
Like I don't really want to say anything without trying to ruin the movie. Personally, I loved it.
Yeah.
Like it was more of a drama.
Yeah.
Dealing with these two people from the same town that were friends at one point, and kind of a weird little love story on top of that. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I know it's on Hulu.
Yeah. I need to get a Hulu. I'm kind of over Netflix at this point.
Yeah.
Netflix is just it's subpar, and when Disney makes their own streaming service, I'm not going to see really any point in keeping it.
Well, the only reason I'd keep it is the only reason I would even keep Netflix at that point was like Daredevil and everything, because like Daredevil, Defenders, all those shows, as long as they keep making them, Netflix still has the rights to use them.
Yeah, but they're still owned by Disney.
Yeah.
They're still owned by Disney, so I believe that when they switch over, they'll just take all the licensing with them.
Yeah, they won't like re-up with Netflix on them.
Right.
Either that or keep the Netflix name attached to it and but have it on their network.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What's really good about Netflix though is next week we get the next season of Trailer Park Boys.
I know what I'm watching when I get home though is the second season of Santa Clarita Diet. Love that show.
I couldn't get into it.
It gets better as the show progresses, but
I'm not a Drew Barrymore fan.
I thought she played a pretty good zombie mom.
Yeah. The whole zombie genre is fucking burnt out.
It really is.
Oh God, it is. I remember when it first. Oh God, when did zombies start? Because zombies started before vampires. Vampires were a craze after Twilight.
I mean, we had zombie movies back in like the 60s, like the original Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. But what really kicked them off being like super mainstream? It wasn't The Walking Dead, because The Walking Dead rode the hype wave.
It was the remakes they did in the early 2000s, like Night of the Living Dead, House on Haunted Hill, 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Shit like that fucking brought them back.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorites ever is those Shaun of the Dead. So.
Yes.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead was phenomenal. Shaun of the Dead was absolutely amazing. It was so fun, like, trying to talk to people. Like, I remember when all that stuff was happening, and, like, it was really a social phenomenon, kind of. Because everything was, like... The marketing strategy for everything became... It's the same thing, but with zombies now.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, so they thought that made it, like, 500 billion times cooler is the fact that it has zombies on it now.
I'm surprised Twilight didn't try to introduce zombies in some fucking way.
No.
I don't think the writer wanted to go that route.
Stephanie
Meyer.
We have vampires, yeah. We have werewolves, yeah.
No. They're not werewolves. They are wolf shapeshifters.
Either fucking way. Sorry, we have two monsters. What about another? Let's throw some zombies in there, I guess. I don't know.
That is one movie, book, franchise thing I will not watch. I refuse.
See, that's one thing. Like, after watching that, I couldn't help but feel sorry for Kristen Stewart. I actually like her as an actress. I have seen her watch her in not Twilight movies. because she went back after everything was said and done, and like I saw a really hilarious interview with her where she was like, they were asking her, they were like, so what did you do really to get in the headspace of Bella? And she just slams Twilight. She's like, I don't know how to get in the headspace of a two-dimensional character. She's like, I acted like Bella from the books, which is like honestly kind of ridiculous, and I kept like laughing at the things that I'm supposed to be doing and crying about, and remember thinking this is such a ridiculous character to play. And she just slammed like all of that, and I was like, you know what? Good for you, Kristen Stewart. Like, good for you for doing that. And even Robert Pattinson came out later, and he was like, "Look, we were young actors. We needed the gig. We thought this would produce a lot of money, and it did. But ultimately, we played Bella and Edward. Like,
it's one of those. Your career's gonna have a hard time fucking bouncing back from that shit.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord, yes. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so back to Kaiju.
Yeah.
Back to Kaiju. But yeah, so
all right, so let's do this. Out of all the fucking Kaiju monsters out there, from Godzilla universe, from Ultraman, Power Rangers, what the fuck, Pacific Rim, Cloverfield, whatever. Ultimate battle. Who would you want to see?
Oh wow, like a 1v1?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, let's see here.
And if you say Godzilla, you gotta say which version of Godzilla.
That's true. I'm gonna say one that's gonna throw you for a little bit of a loop, but it's really what I want to see. Godzilla 2014 Legendary Pictures versus the Kraken from not Wrath of the Titans, but the one that was before that.
Clash
of the Titans, yes. The Kraken from Clash of the Titans versus Legendary Pictures 2014 Godzilla. I feel like that would be a bad fight.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Because you know Godzilla would try to fucking drown the motherfucker, and that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work.
So then he's gotta fucking beach him.
Yeah, and then I think Godzilla would crack into him like it was Lobster Fest.
Yep.
But I think Godzilla would need to pack a lunch.
Cracking the Kraken.
Cracking the Kraken. That's mine. That Godzilla 2014 versus Clash of the Titans Kraken. What do you got, Billy?
Oh damn. Crap. Just because you never really saw him fight, all you saw him do was walk around the monster from Cloverfield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who I'd have.
Which Cloverfield? Cloverfield Paradox, Cloverfield Monster, or the Cloverfield movie?
Like Cloverfield movie.
Okay, because I heard you saw the Cloverfield Monster and Cloverfield Paradox, and it was like 10 miles tall at some point during the movie.
He fucking comes up over the clouds.
Yeah.
And where's like the one from the movie Cloverfield, and I'm trying to. I can't remember which monster it is, but one of them from the first Pacific Rim movie.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember which one. It was one after they picked the Jaeger program back up.
Was it the one with the knife on its head or whatever?
I think so.
Was it Knife Head? Isn't that what they called him?
Something like that. I think it was
so.
Knife. There was Knife Head. And there was two of them. One of them was Leatherback.
Yeah.
There was Leatherback and
I think the Leatherback one would be fun to watch.
Yeah, he was the one that moved almost like an ape. Like he moved very.
Yes, that's the one.
Had the big forearms and everything.
Yes, it's been a while since I watched Pacific Rim, but
yeah, me too. I was wanting to watch it to get ready for this, but I did other things with my life instead.
Yeah, that happens.
It happens.
See, he stole the fucking Cloverfield monster. Cause I was going to say Cloverfield monster versus Rodan, but
that would be good.
That would be good. That's better.
I'm going with like my favorite show, like Power Rangers.
Okay.
I want to see the fucking OG Megazord.
Okay.
Not with the Dragon Zord attached. The OG Megazord.
Mm-hmm.
Up against. It'd be fun to see him up against Mecha Godzilla, but
Mecha King Kong. Mecha King Kong is a thing.
Yeah.
In case you're
fucking
seeing
weird, fucking furrow browed. Was it had like the cannon on its head or some shit like that?
Like, that was arguably the most ridiculous of all of Toho's creations was Mecha King Kong. But yeah, that's...
Yep, I remember that one.
Let's see. Who would I want to put him up against?
You talking giant robots? Like, you wanting to see some...
I want to see...
Robot v. robot action?
No, I just want to say Megazord versus... It's got to be either Rodan or... Not Mothra.
Oh, I've got one for you. The Megazord versus the Ozaru.
Which one was that?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh man, I'm not a Dragon Ball guy.
The giant monkey.
Actually,
Billy's dying.
Let's do this one. All right, Megazord versus the Colossal Titan.
Ooh, that'd be good. That would be super good.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd have to get some exact measurements on who is bigger in that one, because that's one of those where it kind of matters who's the biggest one in that fight.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just that would be fucking epic.
Yeah. Because the Colossal Titan in Attack on Titan didn't have anything special other than its size. It
was just humongous.
Yeah.
Well, it had speed too.
No, that was the armored Titan. The one running through the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the armored Titan.
I thought the Colossal Titan had speed too.
No. He was just big.
Yeah.
Like he was like he'd get big. You know, you'd see his head pop over the wall, and then he'd kick a hole in it.
Yeah. Hello down there.
And then, and then the armored Titan would run through there and just start bashing everything up.
I want to see Jaeger Titan do some battle too, though.
Yes.
Yeah. The Jaegers, like, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel. I'll have to watch this new movie, which I heard this new movie was like, I don't know. I heard mixed reviews about it, but it turned I heard a lot of people say that it has more Jaeger action in it.
Yeah.
There's more giant robots versus giant aliens.
Well, the story's already there, so I mean, we already have all that shit.
And let's just be honest with one another. You don't go to that movie for an advanced plot.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to watch giant aliens fight giant robots, like Rock'em Sock'em style. Like, don't sit there and be like, there wasn't enough character development for this one particular person. And I'm like, no, well, yeah, but laser swords.
Yeah.
Giant flaming laser swords.
Yes.
All I want out of Pacific Rim is Jaegers, Kaijus, and Charlie Day. That's it.
Yeah, those are the three things. Those are the three musts. Oh, Charlie Day. Oh,
Charlie Day.
Him too. But yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna do if they're gonna make Monster Island a thing in the MonsterVerse. Because we've got Skull Island. I don't know if we're going to get like the Monster Island.
I really hope they do, because I mean that would just make it, it would definitely broaden the range of like monsters and everything that they could bring in, and they could even create new ones if they felt like it.
Oh, we have somebody in the chat.
Oh,
What?
Kofi Ennis.
If they say negative things about me, I don't want to hear.
I don't think they're still there.
Oh, Coffee. Is it Coffee Ennis?
Kofeeinas.
Coffee Ennis.
No idea.
I think I know who that is. I can't think of the name, but
Now it's showing there's nobody viewing.
Oh, that's sad.
we never have. I mean, it's rare when we have live viewers.
Come on, man! You're supposed to talk about how there's 1 billion people watching every time we do this.
Yeah, they just they don't show up on chat. They're watching for free.
They're watching for free.
They don't even have accounts. They're just hacking this shit, watching us. It's
uploading it to OpenLoad, BitTorrent, all that shit.
So we've got let's see here, because I'm trying to remember what I saw because they've got this. There's been this trend that I'm just super ticked about where movies will start to release a marketing campaign through a website. Have any of y'all noticed this as a trend with movies? Like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. They have a website that is meant to be like a mock version of a like dinosaur protection agency website.
Okay.
And they like release news articles that supposed to give you like information that helps the movie make sense. And I'm like, just give me a trailer. And like,
for real.
Because they did the same thing with Alien Covenant. They had a website that you could go to and put in information, and it showed you cool stuff.
Oh wow.
They've done the same thing with Jurassic World, and they've done the same thing with the MonsterVerse. So, but the only things that they've really released about the MonsterVerse is for Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. They kind of explain where they all are at the beginning of the movie. They said that King Ghidorah is in Antarctica, like buried under some ice. Okay. Rodan is in a volcano, I think somewhere in like the Philippines.
Okay.
Like cool under a dormant volcano, something like that. And Mothra, I think, is under a temple in China, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
And each one of those would be, that would all make sense. Like, it would work.
It would. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mechagodzilla is at your local auto parts store.
Local. Oh, O'Reilly Godzilla parts. Ow! But we just went there.
About Liberty Prime.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about the MonsterVerse. I'm kind of leery about it at the same time, because if these movies don't, like, they're still early enough in the project that if these movies don't make money, they're gonna stop making the movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everybody's like, oh, this is a done deal. Monster movies are around to stay. Godzilla 2014 made a lot of money. Kong Skull Island made not as much money as that. And they were both good movies, but bottom line, it doesn't matter what the hardcore fans think. If these movies don't make money, they're not going to make more movies.
No. They can't afford to lose money on it.
Exactly. Like, that was kind of... I remember when Marvel first started making movies. I remember I watched the first Iron Man, and I remember leaving that theater so mad that they had altered the character of Tony Stark so much that he had a love interest, which was ridiculous. He just didn't seem like the comic book Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But as time has progressed, I kind of understood that if they had made that Tony Stark, that movie would not have made as much money, because you wouldn't have gotten your mainstream audience.
Yeah. We needed the Playboy philanthropist, Tony Stark. We needed the Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark.
God, because, it makes me sad that he's not going to... I mean, of course he's not going to play that part forever, but, like, I don't know who else you get.
Well, I know I saw this interview, or in an interview, Chris...
Hemsworth?
No.
Evans?
Yes. He actually said after Avengers 4, that's when his contract's up and he won't be in any more movies.
Yes.
So he's retiring, yeah.
Like Infinity War, it's probably just going to kill off anybody that doesn't have a contract renewal.
As well it should. That's what that story was in the comics. Like,
exactly.
I don't know how they're going to, like, get out of that.
Well, hopefully they don't take the fucking Star Wars approach with fucking Leia.
Shh.
Tommy's back.
We don't.
Oh, vapors.
Hey. Yeah, we don't talk about Star Wars movies anymore, because
Rian Johnson ruined it for all of us.
Like, I tell people all the time when talking about Star Wars, The Last Jedi, I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was a horrible Star Wars movie.
That's exactly what I've said.
It is a great movie. However, it just drop kicks every hardcore OG Star Wars fan just right in the teeth.
Yep.
Like, Luke Skywalker is not who you thought he was. Oh, you wanted answers to all these questions? You're getting none of them. How about that?
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter what you think. Like, it was just...
So we've got your money now.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
We knew you were coming to watch this movie, and you did, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah.
I mean, half the movie could have been goddamn porgs, and they still got the fucking money.
It could, yeah. And, Finn and what's her face racing space giraffes. Like,
yeah.
there was so much so much. And what was even her name?
It's perfect how you said it. It's just Finn and what's her face. That's
Finn and what's her face riding space giraffes, which I liked her character. I thought she was an interesting addition to the story.
Huh?
That's a third of the movie.
So we're going on an adventure. Where are you going? Fuck it, let's go to the casino.
We're gonna go learn a moral lesson about space poverty. And we're gonna spend 1/3 of your Star Wars experience learning about that. Come kids, let's learn about socioeconomic strife and inequality in our system. And I'm like, it's not just a Star Wars movie.
And hey, just to end your movie off the proper way, here's a kid pulled a broom to him.
But I did like some parts of it. Like I liked the combat scene that was Rey and Kylo versus the Royal Guard.
Yes.
That was an amazing combat sequence.
It was so badass.
Yeah.
And then the sequence when they're trying to escape from the cruiser or whatever, and they're getting blasted, so she decides to turn it around and just poof right through it.
Yes.
That was epic.
That was. But like, okay, come on. Why didn't we, if that was a move that we had, why didn't we put that, like, load that as the first bullet in the chamber?
Thank you.
Right.
Like, why did we not just get everybody off this ship except for the one person who's going to make a heroic sacrifice, turn around and just Leroy Jenkins straight into the not Star Destroyer?
And then none of those people would have had to die.
None of them.
No. I mean, I'm sure some of them still would have, but at the same time, you would have taken out a lot of people, and you would have had a lot more people to battle on the planet.
Yeah. And, like, it didn't explain any of that. It's like, they can't track us through hyperspace. Okay, then let's jump to hyperspace. Oh, no, they tracked us through hyperspace. How did they do that? I guess they have science. You're very calm about the fact that they have such amazing science. Like...
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. We need to go get what's his name, Del Toro, to play a completely and totally disposable character who can betray them for absolutely no reason, and then space giraffes.
It's fake.
I mean, that's really that's a third of the movie is.
Oh yeah,
space giraffes, man. Just space giraffes.
It's gonna be the new Dirty Daddy Dudes hashtag. Space giraffes.
Space giraffes. Hashtag riding space giraffes.
Hashtag Finn and what's her face.
Finn and what's her face riding space giraffes.
Hashtag wasted time.
Hashtag wasted time. Exactly. Like, I mean, if you want to make that like a short film or something, or like,
yeah,
sure, okay, sure, but not like we're going to have literally the slowest space chase anyone has ever seen.
Yes.
And we need you to go to this random planet and find this one guy who has like an I'm the superhero button on his shirt, and then find somebody, because the guy that's got the super button is the only guy that can do this. And then they find a guy that's not that guy, and they're like, oh, I guess there's two people in the galaxy that can do this.
Yeah, that part bugged me a lot. I was like, I thought there was only one dude.
No, apparently there's all the dudes. Anybody can do that. Like, just anybody can.
I mean, I probably could have done that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
All he really did was rip a panel off and just like, some wires. And,
stick a toothpick in there.
Man, this guy's got science. This is amazing. He knows what he's doing. Star Wars. Why did you do this to us? We did not deserve.
Hashtag Jar Jar would have made the movie better.
Hashtag Jar Jar would have made that movie better. Like, at least I would have had at least it would have had some nostalgia of Star Wars. At least at that point it would have felt like a Star Wars movie to some extent.
Misa Lord of the Sith.
Misa Lord of the Sith. That's the greatest theory. Like, that's just the greatest one. But yeah, going back real quick to talking about like Pacific Rim 2 and like these monster movies that are coming out and stuff like that. Question for you guys. Do you think it is better to have a giant monster as a character or as a plot device? And I'll give you kind of the examples of what we've got with that. Like, Kong Skull Island was more of an example of a character.
Yes.
Whereas Godzilla 2014 was more of an example of a plot device.
Exactly. I kind of like it as a plot device, personally.
It depends on if it's an introduction to the character, or to a series, or if it's just a straight out, this is a monster movie. And like for Godzilla 2014, it fucking worked as a plot device.
Yes, worked really well.
It worked a lot better than trying to say, oh yeah, he's another character, because he wasn't there. He just happened to be a part of the story.
Godzilla didn't go through any character development over the course of that movie, like Kong did in Kong Skull Island. Personally, I really liked the story of Godzilla, the Calamity, I think the biggest reason that worked so well was because you had a strong supporting actor cast.
Yeah.
You had Bryan Cranston. You had what's the guy's name? The guy from Kick-Ass. Him. He did really good in that.
Oh
movie,
yeah, he did great.
Let me see if I can't remember his name, and that's gonna bother me. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great movie. I really did. I thought both of those were solid monster movies.
We're talking about Motherfucker or what?
Huh?
The guy that played Motherfucker?
No, that was McLovin.
Yes, that was McLovin.
I am Motherfucker.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Him. Yeah. And like I said, but I feel like if they had done like weak or sub-talented actors, I just don't feel like it would have worked that well. But it worked really well is what it was.
You know what I thought was funny? And this is like, in Godzilla 2014, they were like Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen. Or was it Elizabeth Olsen?
I want to say it was. I definitely want to say that was. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Like, they were husband and wife in that movie.
Yeah.
And then in Avengers Age of Ultron, they were brother and sister.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
That was hilarious, yeah.
It's like,
in the next movie, they're going to be mother and son.
Please no. Just please. Please no.
Okay, daddy daughter.
That's somehow worse. That's all of the worst.
This movie brought to you by Pornhub.
As long as she doesn't have that horrible Scarlet Witch accent. Gosh, she I don't know what Russian or whatever she watched to get ready for that role, but it was not. I did not like her accent in that movie.
No, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like it better as a plot device.
Yeah.
Like, as people are trying to live their lives around this calamity that's happening.
Trying to survive and all this. Yeah, that's what I really like.
Yeah.
Just because you're not, like, completely focused. Like, yeah, okay, off in the distance, there's this giant monster tearing through the city or whatever, and then you're just trying to get to your cabin out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Get away from it.
I saw a film one time that I thought was like one of the greatest short films I had seen. And it was basically it was a couple that lived in a city where a monster was about to attack. And they just found out that the military was getting ready to make a nuclear strike on the city. And there was no way that they would be able to make it out in time. So they've basically got like an hour before the monster hits the city, 2 hours before the nuke strike arrives. There's no way they can make it out of the blast zone. So it's just them spending like their last hours together as a couple.
Oh, wow.
And it was a really deep thought. And it was like, I mean, maybe 30, 45 minutes, but like, there was very little footage of the monster itself. It was just some really bad computer animation of a news screen of this monster attacking. And it just looked like some kind of generic monster. And then it showed like the news story of them getting ready to do a nuclear strike on this city. And them just talking to each other and trying to decide how they're going to spend their last little bit of time together. Because the city's basically completely devolved into chaos by this point. Everybody's looting buildings, everybody's panicking, freaking out in the streets. So they just basically barricade themselves in their apartment and like just watch old movies and hang out and do couple stuffs.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I can't remember what it was called. I think I even just watched it on YouTube. I think it was one of those Dust or whatever films. Like, if you ever get a chance, definitely watch Dust.
Okay.
They're a small little company. They do like little indie sci-fi short films, and they're really, really good. I think that was one of the ones I saw. But I think a monster as a plot device works really well.
Oh yeah.
So any other topics we need to touch on real quick before we wrap this sumbitch up?
I don't know. I think we pretty well covered it.
Yeah, we're done a lot of fucking talking about it.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm super excited for the Godzilla movies. I wish I could say I was more excited for Pacific Rim 2, but I just don't. And I can't really explain why. It's just, without Idris Elba being in, like, Idris Elba really carried that movie, that first Pacific Rim movie. Like, I didn't think anybody else did as good of a job acting their part as he did. Like, he carried that movie. And I just don't know if John Boyega can do that. I just don't. I don't feel like he's been challenged as an actor, because I feel like a lot of what makes him so lovable as Finn is good writing.
Yes.
And just a good match. Like, he is Finn.
Oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
we don't have anything that John Boyega was in beforehand to compare him to. This is him.
yeah.
And I think he does really good as Finn. I think he's a great match for the character. But it's going to be interesting to see him in a different role, something that challenges him as an actor.
Yes.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We will. With science.
Yeah.
With
in
science.
space.
Hashtag space giraffes.
Hashtag space giraffes. Never forget.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We have been the Dirty Data Dudes. We'll continue being the Dirty Data Dudes. That was weird. Yeah.
We have been.
We both were and are. Am I inducted? Am I a Dirty Data Dude at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Aw.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll steal the WWE thing. Then, now, forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, go like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/DirtyDataDudes. We're on Instagram @DirtyDataDudes. On Twitter @DirtyDataDudes. On Pornhub @Extra Dirty Data Dudes. YouTube Dirty Data Dudes. Yeah. So go like us. Go tell your friends that we don't suck half as bad as that one guy named Jerry on that cartoon. Yeah. Tell him you love us, because we love you.
Aw.
Thank you guys.
Definitely like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, do it.
Love y'all.
Bye.